Do you like to jerk your chicken? Do you like to flick the bean? Well, did you know that's killing you? Did you know that's gonna make you brain dead? Did you know that's gonna make you comatose? It's a scary world we live in. There's a lot of things that could come around any corner, but the most prevalent one is the masturbation. Now, if you're watching this video, I hope you understand that I was just now being facetious, sarcastic, a little bombastic. Listen, if you want to feel some pleasure, feel some pleasure. I ain't gonna stop you, right? But there is a group of people out there that would try and stop you, that would try and convince you to not do that. Nofap on Reddit. God damn it, we're on Reddit. Fuck. No. I think this is the first Reddit video I'm ever making, and it's a bad one. So if you didn't know what nofap is the idea that you shouldn't masturbate, typically centered towards men, because the sound when the hand hit the ball is hit, yeah. But it's also not just the idea that like, oh, you shouldn't masturbate or this or that. It's also like that your semen can give you retention-based powers. I don't know. It's got a little bit of, it's a little bit of a thing. It's a little silly. It's a little goofy. I don't know. But we're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna actually try and give this a fair and nuanced. I know I'm gonna be cracking some jokes, but it's for attention. So if you're watching this video and you're like, I disagree with you, I think you're a dumb bitch, also I hate you, just, hey, calm down a little bit. I just had to get the jokes in for the viewer retention so the video can perform its best. But I promise, I'll be nice. I will be mean, but I will be nice as well. Let's just take a look at some of the posts on the subreddit and see what's going on here, okay? So first we got this one. Hardy finally quit masturbating. Now he can finally drive himself towards his goals and help him become the best version of himself. Now the message here ain't particularly bad. It's like, do something that is gonna make you better in life. Like, it's just good to become a better person, to improve yourself, to become a little bit better every single day. Like, that's a good message. I don't think not tickling yourself a little bit is gonna be the thing that gets you there. Now, maybe if you have a problem, you have a problem, you're sitting there hours at a time, daily, it stops you from eating correctly or sleeping well or doing the things you need to do, then maybe you can make an argument. But the act of masturbation itself is a healthy thing. But the motherfuckers on this subreddit would disagree with that scientifically proven statement. Because look, they have a post here from another subreddit, the r/meme subreddit, whatever the fuck. It says, masturbation is beneficial for your health, so no November is a bad idea and should not be encouraged. If you didn't know, it's November, so none of November is going on. That's also one of the reasons I'm talking about it. It says a more uptake in the motherfuckers on the subreddit. But anyways, the people on the nofap subreddit posted, look at how they have all been brainwashed. What a shame. I don't know how to tell you this, y'all, but ain't nothing wrong with masturbation. And if you just me, don't click away just yet. I will explain. Masturbation is something that's been demonized a lot in the culture of the United States because of Puritan culture within Christianity. Throughout America's history, there's been a lot of Christians who preach the idea that sex is not about the pleasure, it is about just the procreation of a child. And so that anything that is done just for pleasure is satanic or cruel or bad or wrong. And this has been very influential in the culture of the United States, which is why you'll hear like some people being like, yeah, I was scared to masturbate when I was a child because I thought Jesus or God was going to be watching over me the entire time. And like, it was really weird shit like that, right? Masturbation itself is not an inherently unhealthy thing at all. In fact, there's benefits to practicing like masturbation regularly. But right now I'm looking at Planned Parenthood's website, an organization that knows a lot about sex, like whether like they know a lot about sex. Any of the myths you've heard about infertility or genital shrinking, or that you become addicted just like inherently by doing it, that's just not true. It's not unhealthy. In fact, it's very healthy for you. It is one of the only ways that you can practice like the complete safest sex of all, where you can get no STDs. But even past that, it allows you to have a healthy relationship with sex, not feel shame about it. What that ends up means you understand what you like, what you understand what gives you pleasure, and then when you get in a relationship in the future, if that's what you choose to do, then the dynamic you have with your partner will be that much better sexually, because you can explain to them what you like, what you don't like, where your boundaries is, because you've allowed yourself to explore them in a very safe area, because by yourself is the safest way you can explore your likes and needs. In fact, I would argue it's the only way to truly be able to get to know yourself when you do it alone, because you don't have any pressure coming from anyone else, even if it's not like a pressure that they've put on you, but a pressure you put on yourself. Now, yes, you can masturbate too much if it's getting in the way of your life and stuff like that. But just because you masturbate once or twice a week or once a day, that is not an unhealthy amount. As long as you can function your life and it's not getting in the way of like, I don't know, your livelihood or your passions, or like you're not not going out with friends so you can jerk your chicken, you're gonna be fine. We got this post right here that's like, I know some of y'all might find this cringe, but every time I want to beat my meat, I look at the image of Ghost right next to me. Ghost from fucking Modern Warfare. They think of Ghost looking at them and being like, God, you look so pathetic right now. That's like an even worse version of like thinking about Jesus like looking at you and that making you like feel like ashamed. At least for the Jesus one, there's like years of like anti-masturbation propaganda like going there. But this is just like, I think you low-key just want to be degraded a little bit. You just want to be called a little pathetic. And that's fine. Listen, one time I was hooking up with a girl and she called me pathetic. Holy shit, it made a world of a difference. You know what I mean? I like it a little bit. I'm honest on this channel. We get personal. But then again, I also haven't met a lesbian who don't like being degraded. It might just be one of our types of things. And we also have like Joker memes in this fucking subreddit, which I think is just really funny. When you make excuses on self-improvement, the only one you're failing is yourself. I guess maybe it's a good message. I'm not really gonna talk about it, but I just think the whole Joker thing is a little cringy because you're telling me the Joker said that? The Joker said that. Nah, no, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that's the case. We're moving past the shit that looks like a little bit humorous. We got this one right here that says masturbation kills your brain, which first of all just ain't true. What I think is happening here is most people, they masturbate with some sort of pornography, right? With some sort of pornography. And this is not gonna be a thing where I say porn is inherently bad, but a lot of porn is made for men. And it is done in a way that degrades the woman, that views the woman as nothing more than an object, a hole to fill, a thing that pleasures you. And watching that, even if you don't consciously know why it makes you feel icky, it makes you feel icky because that is not a loving dynamic where everyone feels safe and involved and cared for. A lot of the times, porn just doesn't make sex look like a safe environment. And that's part of how it's not realistic, but even watching that, I don't like it. I don't really watch porn ever. The only things I ever do is like, I will watch lesbian porn that is made by lesbians, since I'm a lesbian myself, you know what I mean? What I think would be a good idea for some people is if you find you really get uncomfortable by porn, like traditional porn, a lot of that is made with that objectification of women in mind. But if you can find porn that is directed and made by women, now I'm not saying it has to be lesbian, but like straight porn that is made by women, that is directed by women, that gives both people involved that equal space to be individuals and not be an object for desire, then you're probably going to find that it's a much better and enjoyable experience because it's not going to make you feel unsafe. And the thing is, I know a lot of the people in the subreddit do view porn in a negative light. We got this meme here that says lusting over a different person on a screen every night will not prepare you to love one person for the rest of your life, which I think plays into what I just said on how porn is not a realistic depiction of how sexual interactions operate. I'm not saying sex always has to be in the terms of a relationship or whatever the hell. That's not true. I've had a lot of one night stands in the past year. I've been a little slut, okay? And that's perfectly fine. All my dynamics, we got boundaries, we explain what we like, what we don't like, and it's a very safe environment for everyone involved. But with the way porn depicts sex, ain't that way at all. We got this post right here that says, what would you say is an absolute poison to life/society? And the motherfucker says, not one comment is saying porn. Which again, looks at porn as all unanimous, as one just monolith of what it is, when in reality, the problem with a lot of porn, it is made from this patriarchal lens that views women as not an individual, as not a fully autonomous being, observant of their own pleasure and their own recognition, but instead as an object to pleasure a man. I don't think anyone should feel shame about wanting to sexually stimulate themselves. Most people is sexual. That is the truth of it. Now we got some ace motherfuckers out here, and shout out y'all holding it down. Fuck yeah. That's sick as hell. You live your truth. But a lot of people ain't asexual, you know what I mean? And for those people that ain't asexual, that do feel that sexual desire, it's okay to want to masturbate. It's okay to masturbate. It's okay to explore what you like and don't like in the comfort of your own room. You should not feel shame about that. You should not feel shame about a very human, natural function. And going back to the subreddit, if you look at the description of what this subreddit is, it says it's a porn addiction and compulsive sexual behavior recovery peer support forum. We host challenges in which participants abstain from pornography and masturbation for periods of time. And the goal is to test self-control, all these different things. And I do feel like at its core, it is a helpful thing. Like this exists to be helpful. Because let's say you're in an unhealthy dynamic where, yeah, you do watch porn too much. Like it is getting in the way of your life and you feel like shit because of it and all these different things. This can be beneficial to have a community that is there for you. But at the same time, I think the problem with this subreddit is it lacks the analysis of what actually is harmful in this situation, which is these unrealistic sexual dynamics that don't play out in real life. But then they take that and then demonize the entire thing of porn and masturbation, when in reality, it's the way the porn is executed. Anyways, that's my take. You know, that's my take. Another Noah banger. Once again, that's a video locked out. Comment your thoughts down below. Feel free to leave your thoughts. Make sure you like the video. And if you like this video, watch that video right there. I'm sure you're going to like it. Make sure you subscribe. Have a great day. Bye-bye.